Good morning, children. Children, today we are going to study about another type of corporate private enterprise, that is joint stock company. I had told you that when industrialization took place, production and manufacturing was carried out using machines. So what happened in using machineries, using mechanical equipments, production and manufacturing was carried out at a very large scale, and that involved huge amount of capital also. So in such a setup, it was required that management functions should be performed by professionals, and there should be a proper organized management structure. So other types of enterprises that were prevalent at that time, they were not able to meet the requirements of this type of large scale production, large scale of management functions. So it gave rise to a new type of enterprise that we call as a company. So what is a company? A company is an association of persons formed for carrying out business activities. What happens here? Number of people, they put in their money in the form of shares. Here the capital is distributed in the form of small amount, which we call as shares, in the form of small shares, which are called held by the people, and they become the owners of the company. And the management that is carried out by professionals who are elected by shareholders, and they form the board of directors and they manage the company. A company has a legal status independent of its members. A few important points to remember, important distinctive features of the company to remember here are that in other forms, what we have seen, that in case of proprietorship or in case of partnership, in case of family business, these type of enterprises, they did not require registration of the company was not a mandatory condition in those cases. But here in this case, company has to be registered under Companies Act 2013. So this is a basic difference between the corporate enterprise and non-corporate enterprise. Non-corporate enterprise do not require a registration of the business firm, but in case of corporate enterprises, we have seen in case of cooperative society also that registration is a mandatory condition, and so is in case of company also. The company form of organization is governed by the Companies Act 2013. Definition: a company means company incorporated under this act. This act means Companies Act 2013 or any other previous company law. Capital is divided into small parts which are called shares. Shareholders are the owners. The company is managed by a board of directors elected by shareholders. Let's now see the features or characteristics of joint stock companies. One important feature is artificial person. A company is treated as an artificial person because here number of members are there, number of shareholders are there who are the owners of the company, but the company has a separate legal identity. It is not to be identified by its members. It has a separate legal identity and it is a separate legal entity. But since the company is not like a natural person, it cannot sign itself, but otherwise the company can perform all the functions which a natural man will perform. It can be sued, it can sue others, it can borrow money, it can loans can be sanctioned in the name of the company. So it is treated as an artificial person. A company is a creation of law and exists independent of its members. Like natural persons, a company can own property, borrow money enter into contracts, sue and be sued, but it cannot breathe, eat, run, talk, and so on. So it is called an artificial person. Next is separate legal entity. I have told you this, that in case of proprietorship and partnership, we have seen that the business firm will be identified by its members. They do not have separate identities, but here the company has a separate legal identity. It cannot be identified by its members. The law does not recognize the business and owners to be one and the same. A company acquires an identity distinct from its members. Its assets and liabilities are separate from those of the owners. This is very important point to remember. In case of proprietorship and in case of partnership, we had seen that the members, their personal property could also be attached. In case of failure of the business to pay the debt, the personal assets of the partners could be sold off to pay the debt. Their liability was unlimited. But here the assets of the members are secured. They cannot be touched in case of failure of the business, or if the debt have to be paid off. पर्सनल प्रॉपर्टी से कोई मतलब नहीं है. जितना उनका शेयर है, शेयर होल्डर्स का जितना शेयर है, सिर्फ उतने के लिए वो लायबल है. Formation of a company is a time consuming and expensive process. This is another distinctive feature. We had seen that proprietorship, partnership, and Hindu family business, these type of enterprises, they are very easy to form. There is no legal procedure, or if at all there is some legal procedure involved, that is very simple, very quick. But here in case of company, very elaborate legal procedure has to be performed in order to form a company. बहुत सारे इसमें लीगल डॉक्यूमेंटेशन होता है, बहुत सारे पेपर्स होते हैं. फीस, जो रजिस्ट्रेशन की फ़ीस है, दैट इज़ टू हाई. सो द प्रोसेस हियर इज़ very time consuming and expensive. It involves the preparation of several documents. The registration is compulsory under Companies Act 2013 or any other company or any other previous कंपनी लॉ. जो लेटेस्ट है वो कंपनीज एक्ट 2013 है. उसके पहले भी कंपनी एक्ट बने थे, क्योंकि आपको मैंने बताया कि इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन के बाद ये जॉइंट स्टॉक कंपनी एग्जिस्टेंस में आई थी. तो इस इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन हैड बिगन समवेयर इन 1970 और इवन बिफोर. आई हैव टू सी द डेट. सो उसके बाद बहुत सारे कंपनी इस एक्ट फॉर्म हुए थे. तो आप अगर कंपनी स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं तो रजिस्ट्रेशन या तो उन प्रीवियस कंपनीज एक्ट के थ्रू हो सकता है, या जो लेटेस्ट ही आपका कंपनीज एक्ट 2013 है इससे. बट रजिस्ट्रेशन इज़ अ मैंडेटरी कंडीशन टू एस्टैब्लिश अ कंपनी. परपेचुअल सक्सेशन, दिस इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट. इन other forms of enterprises, you had seen that in case of death or in case of retirement of the member, of the owner, what happens? The company, the firm comes to an end. The firm has to be closed or closed down. हमने प्रोप्राइटरशिप में तो सिंगल ओनर है, उसमें भी ये देखा हमने कि वो ट्रांसफ़र नहीं हो सकता. इन केस ऑफ डेथ ऑफ द ओनर, the company has to shut off. In case of partnership also, we had seen that if any of the partner withdraws from the partnership, what happens? The company has to close down and new partnership deed has to be signed. उसमें दोबारा उस पार्टनर को अलग करके बाकी पार्टनर्स की फिर से डिटेल्स प्रोड्यूस करनी होती है और उसको रिफ्रेश करना होता है पार्टनरशिप डीड को. तब आप फिर से उसको रीस्टार्ट कर सकते हैं. बट इस केस में क्या होता है कि अगर कोई पार्टनर, जो भी उसके मेंबर्स हैं, जितने मेंबर्स इन द फॉर्म ऑफ शेयर होल्डर्स, वो चाहे आएँ या चले जाएं, या वो अपने जो उनके शेयर्स हैं वो किसी दूसरे के नाम पर ट्रांसफ़र कर दें, कंपनी के फंक्शंस कंटिन्यू रहेंगे. कंपनी विल नॉट क्लोज इन केस ऑफ, नो मैटर इवन इफ ऑल द मेंबर्स गो, आई मीन दे जस्ट विथड्रॉ, they go away, but still the company's functions will continue. This is called perpetual succession, and it's a very important feature of companies. Control, I have told you that the functions have to be performed by the board of directors. This board of directors is elected by the shareholders. Shareholders are owners of the company in a way, but they have no business, like they can't involve themselves in the management of the company. Management जो होगा वो board of directors करेंगे और owners company के shareholders कहलाएंगे. So control जो है managed and controlled by board of directors elected by members. They appoint top managers for running the business. What happens usually, as I've told you that जो इसका existence की जो main वजह थी वो ये थी कि management इसका एक बहुत प्रॉपर स्ट्रक्चर होना चाहिए, क्योंकि बहुत लार्ज स्केल पर अगर प्रोडक्शन हो रहा है तो हर डिपार्टमेंट का मैनेजमेंट प्रोफेशनल के थ्रू हो और बहुत ऑर्गेनाइज्ड वे में हो. इसीलिए ये कंपनीज एक्ट की शुरुआत हुई थी. तो क्या होता है कि इसमें कंपनी का जो इनका मैनेजमेंट स्ट्रक्चर होता है, दे हैव टॉप मैनेजमेंट, दे हैव मिडिल मैनेजमेंट एंड दे हैव द बॉटम मैनेजमेंट. वो लेवल वाइज डिवाइडेड रहता है. एंड जो फंक्शंस होते हैं वो टॉप टू बॉटम, टॉप डाउन मेथड से वो उनके पावर्स एंड कमांड्स जो हैं वो ऑपरेट करते हैं. शेयर होल्डर्स हैव नो राइट टू इन्वॉल्व इन डे टू डे एक्टिविटीज़. नेक्स्ट इज लायबिलिटीज़. दिस इज़ अगेन एन इम्पॉर्टेंट फीचर. हमने देखा था बाकी बिजनेस एंटरप्राइजेज में दैट the members, they had unlimited liability in case of proprietorship, in case of partnership, in case of joint Hindu family business. We had seen that the karta, the mukhya, he had to hold the unlimited liability. Rest of the members had limited liability. तो ये जितने हमने देखे थे नॉन कॉरपोरेट बिजनेस एंटरप्राइजेज, इन सब में यूजुअली क्या था कि ओनर्स की लायबिलिटी अनलिमिटेड थी. हमने कॉरपोरेट एंटरप्राइजेज, जो इससे पहले हमने कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी पढ़ी है, उसमें भी हमने ये देखा था कि द मेंबर्स दे लायबिलिटी वाज लिमिटेड. तो एक बेसिक फ़र्क जो हुआ कॉरपोरेट एंड नॉन कॉरपोरेट एंटरप्राइजेज में, उसमें ये हुआ कि मेंबर्स हैव लिमिटेड लायबिलिटी इन केस ऑफ कॉरपोरेट एंटरप्राइज, and the members usually have unlimited liability in case of non-corporate business enterprise. तो यहाँ भी क्या है, कंपनी में क्या होता है कि लायबिलिटी जो है वो मेंबर्स की लिमिटेड है, जिसमें आपको पहले बता चुकी हूँ कि अगर कंपनी लॉस में चली जाती है और उस पर बहुत सारा डेप्ट हो जाता है तो उसको पे ऑफ करने के लिए जो मेंबर्स हैं उनकी लायबिलिटी सिर्फ उनके जितने शेयर्स हैं उसके बराबर होगी. ऐसा नहीं है कि उनको अपनी पर्सनल प्रॉपर्टी भी उससे अटैच करके और उसके डेप्ट कंपनी के चुकाने पड़ेंगे. आई मीन दे पर्सनल एसेट्स आर एब्सोल्युटली सिक्योर्ड. उनको उससे कोई मतलब नहीं है, सिर्फ जितने का शेयर उनके पास है उतने के लिए वो लायबल है. कंपनी सील. नाउ दिस इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. लाइक आई टोल्ड यू दैट कंपनी इज एन आर्टिफिशियल एंटिटी, अ लीगल आर्टिफिशियल एंटिटी. अ कंपनी कैन नॉट एक्ट एंड साइन इट सेल्फ. इसको एक हम आर्टिफिशियल पर्सन जैसे कहते हैं कि एक कंपनी है बट उसको हम लोगों से आइडेंटिफाई नहीं करेंगे उसके मेंबर से, उसको एक उसकी अपनी आइडेंटिटी है. एंड इट कैन लाइक अ ह्यूमन बीइंग, इट कैन sue others, it can be sued, it can borrow loan. कंपनी के नाम पर लोन सैंक्शन हो सकता है. इट कैन borrow money from others. एंड बाकी सारे ऑपरेशन जो हैं वो कंपनी के ऐसे होते हैं कि एज इफ़ एक कोई किसी आदमी किसी इंसान के नाम पर हो रहे हैं. सो वी कॉल इट एज एन आर्टिफिशियल पर्सन. अब क्या होता है कि आर्टिफिशियल पर्सन कैन नॉट साइन इट सेल्फ, सो हेयर वी यूज़ अ कॉमन सील which is to be affixed on all the important documents, and it is taken as a token of company's approval. हम एक कॉमन सील यूज़ करते हैं. It is not a necessary condition. Company may or may not have a common seal, but usually what happens ki it is affixed on the documents of the company, and if no common seal is there, then any of the individual, any of the member of board of directors is authorized by the board to sign on the documents. Next is risk bearing. रिस्क ऑफ लॉसेस इज़ borne by all the members of the company. अगर कंपनी का लॉस होता है तो वो लॉस जो है वो सब में शेयर होता है, सारे शेयर होल्डर्स में, किसी एक इंडिविजुअल या कुछ एक पर्टिकुलर इंडिविजुअल्स को उसका नहीं बेयर करना होता. So this was all about the important features, the distinctive features of company that we have discussed today, and this is all for today. Tomorrow we'll discuss about the merits and the demerits of company, and we'll also see the difference between public and private company, and we'll study about one man company. So this is all for today, children. Have a nice day.